Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Vaughn, owner of the Austin Mindfulness Center. Welcome to the 5-Day Challenge. Over the next few days, I'll introduce you to several ways of practicing mindfulness. But what is mindfulness really? Well, it's simply just a way of being that is present moment focused. We can actually practice this way of being. And the practice is the best way of getting to know it, getting to see it directly for yourself. Research has shown that the more we practice, the more we benefit. That's not too surprising, right? But it's actually shown that the brains of people who regularly practice mindfulness are actually slightly different in important ways from those who don't practice. The ways that the brain has been shown to change are actually directly related to our ability to tolerate stress and to be more patient. And that sounds like something we could all use more of, right? The exercise we're going to practice today is called tuning into sounds. And I chose this one to start off with because it's perhaps the easiest. There's so many sounds all around us, and we're often just not aware of them. And in this exercise, we're going to practice noticing them in a new way. And you can actually access mindfulness through any one of your senses. But today, we're just going to focus on our sense of hearing. So for this exercise, you'll want to set aside perhaps 5 to 10 minutes, and you can use a timer. But the amount of time that you exercise doesn't really matter as long as you try to get into a regular practice. You can sit or lay down comfortably. Now, if you want to follow along with me right now, you can just close your eyes and listen to my instructions. So gently close your eyes and take a few deeper than normal breaths. And start to tune in to the sounds that you hear in your environment. You may notice that your mind wants to label these sounds. Like the air conditioner or a bird outside. And it's normal for our mind to do that. And when we notice this, just simply try to experience the sound directly without a need to label it. You may also notice that your mind can trail off and away from the sounds. Perhaps the sound reminds you of something else and you start thinking about that thing. And this is okay too. When you notice that your mind has gone off, just bring your focus back to the sounds. You may also notice that you have a preference for certain sounds and that you may dislike other sounds. But try to just hear the sounds without any judgment. Being open to what they really sound like and not whether you like them or not. And when the timer goes off, gently open your eyes. And so what did you notice? Oftentimes people notice, just like what I was mentioning during the exercise, that their mind likes to add some sort of commentary to the sounds. And we can't stop that. That's simply what our minds are always doing, generating some sort of response, interpretation, story about whatever it is that we're experiencing. And it's very helpful in this practice to notice that that's happening. We don't need to judge it because, again, it's just normal. It's normal activity of the mind. But when we notice this and we bring our focus back to the sounds, that is the exercise of mindfulness. Each time we do this, we are practicing. And what you might also find is that as you just tune into sounds for a while without the commentary, that you may find a sense of peace. Many people report that it's calming, and that's because our minds aren't creating some dissatisfaction about it. So I hope you'll enjoy this practice, and I encourage you to try it throughout the day. You could set aside however much time you'd like, or you can just do it informally. And by that I mean just remember throughout the day, maybe just to close your eyes wherever you are and listen to sounds for a few moments. Another recommendation that I have about these practices is to try to bring a sense of curiosity to them. If we can generate some sort of interest or like a childlike curiosity when we're doing these exercises, it's going to be much more rewarding, and we're going to be more likely to want to continue it. So stay tuned, and tomorrow I'll introduce you to another way of practicing mindfulness.